I love using both hard and soft colour in the garden. In this video, which we filmed over 20 years ago, I interviewed top florist and garden designer Steve Woodhams in his own garden, which is really zapped with colour. I hope it really inspires you. It certainly did me. Don't be scared of experimenting with hard colour in the garden. Colour's easy to change on most surfaces. Perhaps try getting some tester pots or mix a new colour of your own and just have a play with them. See what you can come up with. If you've got lots of different, rather bitty elements in the garden, you can help pull it all together by using the same colour on the seats, fences and pergolas, and that will create a much more uniform effect. Try using colour to manipulate the mood of the space. For instance, if you use lots of reds, the whole feel is very lively and exciting and bright, whereas if you use greens, it all is very restful and calm. Whereas blues evoke feelings of mystery and depth. Green is difficult to use in the garden as artificial greens make natural greens seem very, very flat. So try using muted, softer greens or dark olive greens and they blend in much, much more successfully. Blues, they make things recede into the distance and they seem further away. So if you want to make a border, for instance, seem longer than it really is, just use lots of blues at the end. Whereas bright red and white on a surface or plants makes it really jump out at you and you think it's much closer than it really is.
Colour is everything to a florist, and in the heart of central London, Stephen Woodham has definitely gone for the vibrant look in creating his small but very colourful city garden.
Wow, Steve, what colour? Shocking pink, bright orange, lilac, all clashing splendidly.
Well, I'm going through my colour phase, you see. I love colour here at the moment. And I think it's actually being used so much more in gardens these days. You do.
It is wonderful, isn't it? And why is it that you like colour?
I think because I've actually, previous houses, I've always done quite minimal sort of contemporary white spaces and sort of I wanted to go to the opposite end of the spectrum, and people mustn't be afraid to use colour. I think also colour's now coming through stronger and stronger every year. We're getting more and more colour in the garden, and I think people should experiment with, you know, like bright orange and hot pink together. It's quite a nice unusual mix. I've used those colours not only inside but outside. I've sort of transitioned from one side to the other, which I think really works.
But it's pretty subtle in a way, because the way you've got the colour in the echeverias there, that purple colour has gone through to the chairs, hasn't it? It's picked up nicely.
Well, and you can do that with plants.
Really does hit you in the eye, doesn't it? Fantastic.
It certainly does.
The grey colour that you've got over here, where did you find these?
Well, this was driving along the motorways and I saw them stacked up on the side of the road. They're actually used for drainage. And I just thought as an alternative means for using them as a container, they'd work really well.
And wonderful, the way you've got the lighting around the bases. It really makes them look like they flare up, don't they?
Well, I wanted to use neon. I love neon as a medium to use. And it's such a strong intensity of colour.
Does neon come in other colours?
Oh, it comes in a whole range of about 70 different colours.
But I notice there's quite a lot of grey and more neutral colours as well. We've got the grey of the planters, the lilac-y grey of the decking, and then we've got the beigey colour of the stone wall behind. Is this why it's so successful?
The plants are the things that really have the intensity of colour, and then it's using a neutral background to make all these colours really hum and sing.
It really does work like that, doesn't it? You've used some strong structural planting here, haven't you? We've got the yew hedge, and then you've softened it with this massive colour planting.
Well, the reason being is I wanted the very architectural lines, you've said, the yew, the box, to give it its very firm footing, and then the drifts of planting, which are kind of more seasonal, like the cannas, the dahlias, and it's more like drift planting, and you'll see plants will jump from one bed to another.
I can see these are definitely your favourite colours then, aren't they? The pink, the purple and the orange. I mean, you're even wearing it, aren't you?
I do like these colours, yeah, love it.
But where's the orange? Are you red?
That's my eyes.
Oh yes, your eyes, of course.